As we welcome you to Uncivil War Court Time Sports Center,
Pedro,
Elizabeth,
thank you
PA.
very much. How you guys doing tonight?
We are started off by the owner, Chuck Roberts, to address the fans.
We're glad to see you guys here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of IWC, we want to welcome you to Uncivil War. And I had asked Pedro, because I didn't want to interrupt the action here tonight, I wanted to take just a couple of seconds before we start the show here tonight to get a few things off my chest and to address a couple issues. For those of you that were at IWC Payback, you'll know exactly some of the topics I'd like to cover here tonight. But even before we do that, I want to let you guys know, unfortunately I heard earlier here tonight, Bobby Fish, who just recently, by the way, won one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Regardless of his affiliation with Team Big League, unfortunately, he did sustain an injury. It happens. Of course, the tag team title match that he had, in fact, he was certainly hoping to be here to be able to compete. Now, that said, he is here tonight, and as you will find out soon enough, we did agree on a suitable replacement for Bobby Fish here tonight. So that's the first thing I want to let you guys know. Sorry about that. But number two, and this message goes out to Jason Gorey. Where's the cameraman? Cameraman, get up on this apron, okay? Because it's apparent to me that Jason Gorey likes to send videos. In fact, at Payback, Jason Gorey liked to show up, and he liked to put his hand, I guess he liked to put his entire self inside this ring, and he wanted to make a statement. Jason, I know exactly what you're trying to do, and you and I both know the reason you haven't been in IWC is not because of me, it's because of you. But I know why you're here. Super Indy's coming up, and I know there's nothing else in this world that you want. There's nothing else more that you want in this world than to get into Super Indy. Well, that might be all well and fine, but you're not going to interrupt these shows. You're not going to show up whenever you want. And if you do, I'm going to be ready for you, Jason. So please, take that back to your cryptic lair or wherever you like to cut your promos and understand that's coming straight from the boss, and you can cash that check. Now, the final message. At the end of Payback, it took place at that section. Mr. Norm Connors, who I told had to return to IWC, and if he did, he had to buy a ticket. So Norm buys a ticket, thus becoming a paid fan. So Norm comes back out here, and all of a sudden, Logan Shulo is ready to defeat Anthony Nese to retain the Super Indy title, and what happens? A whistle. Lights go out. Jason Gorey shows up. Kind of makes me wonder, Norm, where you were the first half of the show, but that's a different topic for a different time. The fact is, at the end of the night, Logan Shulo punched Norm Connors, who technically at that time was a paid fan. And while, ladies and gentlemen, I do not in any way, shape, or form promote fans getting involved, so I would like to say to you, Norm, and I know that you must have just got here, I apologize on behalf of IWC as to what happened from Logan Shulo. I am sorry. So if that's what you...
Well, that musical interruption can only mean one thing in my estimation. The man who...
Hold up. Oh, the man...
The man who built IWC for some 8 or 9 years, Norm Connors, the notorious one himself, and we had heard some rumors on IWCWrestling.com he was not going to come alone. Norm was going to come with his legal representation to get some retribution and remuneration based off of him getting punched as being a ticket-buying fan from Logan Shulo back at IWC Payback. And the unfortunate thing is, Jay Worthington Farnsworth, he's got a case.
He absolutely has a case. You buy a ticket, you're a fan. If you do not provoke it, then you are untouchable. It's not like he went up and started shoving Logan Shulo. He didn't ask for this to get physical.
Where do you find this ambulance chaser at?
Hello, Elizabeth!
I said, hello, Elizabeth! Whatevs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this short and sweet so we can get back to the action. Chuck, as you said, a fan should never be struck. You kicked me out of the building. I don't even know how to whistle. I didn't have a whistle at the last show at all.
What?
That was the guy that was sitting next to me, brother. And you know, you have a picture of it, I'm sure. Allow me to introduce the illustrious Pittsburgh attorney, Lawrence Nabisco.
Nice.
Lawrence, no, you don't need to talk. You just talk for 20 minutes. Lawrence, if a performer in a wrestling ring strikes a fan, is that a good thing?
No.
Should that wrestler be suspended from IWC?
Yes.
Should he be arrested?
Yes.
But will we have him arrested?
No. Unless he does it again.
So we're all about second chances. And the last time I was here, you said I couldn't be part of IWC unless I want to buy a ticket. However, folks, this incredible sexual dynamo attorney has given me the opportunity to be part of IWC. And I had the chance, if I wanted, if we really wanted to take you to court, notorious Norm would own IWC again, but I decided not to do that. Instead, I made a pretty cool decision for me. And thank you for the legal advice. I'm grateful. And thank you for your friendship and your sponsorship and everything else. Anywho, Chuck, tonight I got to pick the opponent, thank you very much. For Logan Shulo, I choose Jimmy DeMarco.
Wow.
Has anyone let Jimmy DeMarco?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
First match
So
in almost
Jimmy's
a year.
not sick, is he? I get it.
He's sick. That paper said he was sick.
Yeah, clinically I understand that, but physically, right?
No.
Apparently.
No.
So let me ask you, Norm.
Shut up. Hey, pay attention. There's some important business going on up in this ring.
Let me ask you this. So you're not suing me for ownership of IWC. Norm, I know you better than anybody, so have out with it. What do you want?
It's not what I want, it's what I am. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit down. Okay, you're all sitting? Okay. The huge news is that notorious Norm Connors is now the executive consultant for Team Big League.
Executive consultant. So let me guess.
I
got to go through him. I got to go through you. Is this what I understand, right?
Look, at least I didn't ask for a general manager.
So let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
You're in charge of Team Big League, which
No.
obviously means...
No, I'm the executive consultant.
Oh, you're the executive consultant. Well, Norm, we have a championship match here scheduled tonight.
Yes.
Between Dalton Castle, the challenger,
You're embarrassing yourselves. Please stop it. Act like professional fans.
and your guy, one of your best friends, the guy that called you all the time, the IWC Heavyweight Champion, Big League John McChesney. That's here tonight. What do you think? That's tonight. You excited for that match? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only 5 intelligent fans in this building right now. Thank you very much.
So, Norm,
Yes?
it stands to reason that you agree that's a great match.
I think it'll be a fantabulous match.
I think so too. In fact, let me ask one of the guys in that match what he thinks. Hey, Dalton Castle, come on out here. Dalton, come on.
Well, things are about to get a lot more interesting if the Party Peacock makes his way to ringside. A lot of shot development
somebody
here.
send somebody to the back.
There he is. Out the window. There
That's it.
Norm Connors, the executive consultant for Team Big League.
Come on, let's hear it for Dalton Castle.
And now Chuck Roberts bringing out Dalton Castle to get his thoughts on the championship matchup between Dalton and McChesney tonight. And far into it, there's anyone that's ready for that championship, anyone that's proven themselves that they're ready to take that step, it's that man in the ring, Dalton.
Absolutely.
Dalton Castle. Listen, Dalton, come here real fast. Dalton, yeah, I know. Dalton, over here. Dalton, I'd like to introduce you. Come here. I'd like to introduce you to a creepy lawyer with a mustache.
Lawrence Nabisco.
And I would like to introduce you, no, Dalton, over here. I would like to introduce you to the brand new executive consultant for Team Big League. That's Norm. Yeah, that's Norm. Oh, that's nice. There we go. And Dalton, come here. I think this would be great. I asked Norm, since he's the executive consultant, what he thinks of the match here tonight between you and John McChesney for the title. And what do you think he said? Tell me what you think he said. Close. He said he likes the match. So Dalton. Oh, yeah? What do you think? Come here. Dalton!
Did he just grab your ass?
No, he had an idea. His idea is, you'd have to get to know him. Here's the thing. And Norm, let me say this to you. Here's the deal. We're gonna start that match right now! Yeah!
That's huge news!
Give me a referee! Let's go right now! Troy Davis, get in this ring!
And all the papers
We're having
fly.
a heavyweight title match right now. Yes.
They're blank.
Clearly, Dalton is in the right mindset.
He has not had time to prepare. This is not fair.
John McChesney flanked by Team Big League.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the IWC Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, already in the ring, he weighs in at 225 pounds, wrestling out of Albany, New York, the Party Peacock, Dalton Castle. And his opponent on the floor, being accompanied to the ringside by Team Big League, he weighs in at 195 pounds, wrestling out of Erie, Pennsylvania. He is your reigning and defending IWC Heavyweight Champion, Big League, John McChesney.
Well, Team Big League thought they had some power, thought they had some stroke, with Norm as the executive consultant to Team Big League and all of their business dealings. But I'll tell you what, Jay Worth, Chuck Roberts showing he's still the long arm of the law. This matchup was scheduled to end our DVD tonight. Instead, it's going to kick us off.
Well, clearly Thank you. Clearly Dalton's ready. I've never seen someone more ready for a match.
Clearly John McChesney is not.
He's not in ring gear. I mean, I have no problem with calling an audible on this, but honestly, it's not fair to Big League. I mean, John McChesney is clearly not even dressed for a match. There was a posted order of the matches in the back. He was not ready. Fair is fair, Joe. Big League is sort of...
Well, Big League's going to take a count out here. Troy Davis, the official, was at 8, and Dalton stopped the official because Dalton can't win the championship on a count out. And McChesney added right back out.
I am impressed. He's right. Oh, look out!
Heat-seeking missile to the outside.
More like a heat-seeking peacock. But...
And man, is Dalton pumped or what? He's been waiting 5 months to get another opportunity at the IWC title. Keep in mind, it was McChesney's fault in the eyes of many why Castle did not defeat Logan Shulo for that title some months ago.
I would say if they're... And the count still continues. Dalton Castle needs to get Big League right back into the ring. Let's not forget, Team Big League is still outside here. Mr. Brooks and his associate are definitely ready to help out if they get the opportunity.
Absolutely true, and we'll be seeing them in tag team action a little bit later on against War. We are rock stars, but will they still be proteges to the IWC champion by the time they get back out here to ringside? A reverse slam! How many times you seen that?
Well, for a second I thought it was going to be he was just going to get dumped on his head, so in a way that was probably the best ending for John McChesney outside of being let down lightly.
Dalton Castle defeated Bobby Fish back at Payback.
Oh!
Fish was a big-time attempt at a stumbling block to keep Dalton away from this championship. Didn't work. And I can't overstate enough, Farnsworth, what happened last year when Dalton Castle pinned Ray Rowe. Oh, wait, this could be it. That German suplex, Dalton's put a lot of guys away with it. That deadlift style, McChesney saw it come and grabbed onto that corner of those ring ropes, but ate a clothesline for his troubles.
Dalton needs to look out. There's two guys right behind him. He's keeping an eye on the enemy, which is smart. It's just the enemy is everywhere here. Oh, axe handle. Shades of Ric Flair there.
And cover, Castle finds two. I can't recall a time that the IWC Championship has ever started off an event. Oh, check out the deadlift, gut wrench, McChesney's shoe went flying.
And John McChesney is currently doing his best Kevin Von Erich impression. He is shoeless at the moment. Oh!
On the distraction on the outside.
Thumb to the eye, or possibly throat. I didn't quite see.
Team Big League Nuts and Brooks created just a momentary diversion to allow McChesney to get his bearings back. And now the veteran, the calculated cerebral champion, begins to unload. He only needs a little bit, does McChesney, to get a lot out of it.
Very true. And I will say, I give a lot of credit to Big League. He took the match. He could have just taken the count out, kept his title, and run. He's in the ring. He's showing why he deserves to be champion. Regardless of how he got the belt, he's proving he deserves it.
Well, Dalton able to catch himself, but watch out. He got planted right in enemy territory. And if you think that was an accident, you don't know John McChesney.
No, that was not at all. A well-planned, oh, look out!
McChesney gonna fly, but Castle a step ahead. Spring up into the Hurricane Rana. So fluid, so seamless by Dalton Castle.
Yeah, I am impressed that a man that size can snap off a Hurricane Rana that easily.
McChesney back face first. That one-man flapjack. It is can you top this? It is tit for tat here in the early going. IWC Championship on the line in just the first matchup.
And the five guys over there that are big McChesney fans seem to like that.
Well,
it's cool that they all concentrated in one area.
Good for them. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you can support John McChesney.
Hold on. We have
again the diversion by Jimmy Nuts.
Up on the apron.
McChesney choking Castle with his belt.
There's a belt around the neck. He just strung him up.
Imagine, when they have a cover, imagine the whiplash like
5
effect
minutes
there.
gone by in this contest. 5 minutes.
I will say though, Dalton Castle still trying to get some kicks in, still trying to defend himself, still has the fire there. I've never seen someone more ready for a match.
Northern Lights action by McChesney. And I give McChesney credit for going through this whole matchup in street clothes. He's not in regulation attire. That cannot be comfortable to compete in.
No, I can't imagine. It limits your mobility. It makes it hard. It limits your range of motion as well as how you move. And frankly, you're right, it is uncomfortable.
McChesney. Mountain Top and a shoeless McChesney. Misses his mark.
Solid clotheslines by Dalton Castle.
Oh, you can almost feel it in the air that it's Castle's time. The knee connects.
You'll notice Castle not allowing a lot of room between him and McChesney.
He knows how resourceful Big League can be.
It's a smart game plan. Oh! Look at these throws he's snapping off.
Former NCAA competitor, wrestling, football, this guy's done it all. But he could not pin John McChesney. And you can see the shock on Castle's face. He can sense his time is now. I think these fans can sense it. But the problem is just John McChesney, trademark through the years. So resilient, whether you love him or hate him, it's so hard to keep him down.
No rope to grab.
Yeah, try to get that death grip again, but Castle pulls him away. And, McChesney landed hard on that ankle. And Castle, I understand his frustration, but the official has to check on McChesney.
No, Castle has a point. It's wrestling, not UFC.
Well, what does Jimmy Nuts have to do with this match? The shot, the kick, but I don't think McChesney got anywhere near all of it. Glancing blow at best, and Castle countered to the DDT.
I don't think.
I almost had him.
McChesney sized up the kick, and Castle turned to slap nuts. That sounded weird. And I don't know.
Oh, he got all of it that time. McChesney got all of it that time, but not enough. And keep in mind, Jay Worth, that was a kick. That was a shoeless kick.
Very true. May not have the. It has to be awkward to throw a kick when you're used to wearing shoes. You may not be getting all of it.
Not that the bone of the foot doesn't hurt, but that's still certainly a much different surface to connect with.
Well, it's also it changes how you plant your feet when you do the kick.
McChesney grabbing a chair on the other side off camera. Joe Brooks has a chair as well. The official just distracted here every which way. McChesney swinging. The German! The chair lands on McChesney's head! He's gotta be out of it! Champion!
Here is your winner and new IWC Heavyweight Champion, the Party Peacock, Dalton Castle!
One has to wonder, do the flunkies still want to be a flunky to someone who's not the champion?
Dalton Castle has finally achieved his dream! 6 months after being shafted out of it, his time has arrived, and despite the 3-on-1 game...
Hold up!
What?
Norm's out!
Oh no. And that's referee CJ Sensation with them. Rich history between Norm and CJ Sensation. I don't like the sounds of this thing. I've never trusted CJ as far as I or you could throw him. But CJ is an officially licensed IWC referee here tonight.
That's true.
He's done a great job for years in the past. I can't fault him for that. What are they arguing?
I think there's some... I heard the ref asking, did you use this? And he had the chair.
Well, he didn't use the chair, though. The momentum carried back and hit McChesney right back in the head. Dalton had nothing to do with it.
True, but that is, technically, that
Ladies
is
and
still
gentlemen,
an illegal weapon.
I've just been informed by IWC senior official Mr. Troy Davis that here is your winner. As a result of a disqualification and still IWC Heavyweight Champion, Big League John McChesney.
He didn't bring the chair in the ring. Dalton had nothing to do with that chair being there.
He's not the senior official anymore, brother. He's a co-senior official with CJ right here.
That is one angry peacock.
And Norm just said that Troy Davis and CJ Sensation are co-senior officials.
Chuck is out.
And there's your champion. The Dalton Castle air has been put on hold again. And needless to say, Dalton Castle is throwing a fit, and justifiably so. And he's swinging anything that'll move. Team Big League hitting the high road. Well, Norm, the executive consultant of Team Big League, the reason this decision was rendered, Dalton got screwed again. He didn't use the chair. He didn't bring the chair in. He had nothing to do with what it was involved in. Dalton just hit a German suplex and got the pin.
Introducing first, he weighs in at 235 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here is HD Canon.
HD shining bright, coming in crystal clear to IWC's Uncivil War. We missed him back at Payback. He was battling a severe case of pneumonia, from what we understand. So great to see him back in perfect health and back in in-ring competition.
Welcome back, HD, although I think all wars are uncivil in their nature.
What's so civil about war anyway? Wise man once said.
Was that Axel?
There you go.
Axel Rotten, I mean.
And his opponent.
Calm before the storm, because Bayworth, this is our first Super Indy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to, at this time, he is one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, representing Team Big League. He is the Round Eye Samurai, Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly defeated the Dynasty Tag Team of the Briscoe Brothers, Jay and Mark, in a recent Ring of Honor I pay-per-view. She captured their version of the World Tag Team Championships. Fish scheduled to compete in the first Super Indy 12 qualifier of the year, but not dressed to compete.
So I think you were all informed earlier tonight as to the fact that over the weekend, not only did I pick up some obvious hardware here, I also sustained an injury. Now, that injury, unfortunately for me, let me rephrase that, unfortunately for you, is going to prevent me from competing here tonight. So it seems that the only person who's lucked out in that regard would be you, Mr. Canon. But let's not get excited, see, because I went ahead and I found myself a more than suitable replacement. So this gentleman, he's gonna come out here and compete with you tonight and try to earn a spot into the Super Indy. Now, as much as I don't care for you, this person cares for you even less. My replacement is none other than Andrew Palace.
Somebody you're a fan of, Jay Worth. I think he takes after your hairstyle choices, but Palace is a guy that we have seen look very impressive on a number of occasions, and really much in comparison to HD Canon. For his experience level, he's done very, very well.
Yeah. I like his hair choices, clearly.
Do you dig the goggles?
I do. Little crazy monkey there, but you know, it's a bold fashion choice.
Well, a lot about this man is bold and brash. Not going to wait for an opportunity to be handed to him. He's going to take that spotlight.
That means stepping into Bobby Fish's shoes that's so big.
Big shoes to fill, though. Shoes that have been around this world. Andrew Palace is ready, and we've seen him go toe-to-toe with some of the best veterans in this area. Zema Ion, Justin Idol, number of others. But this is huge, Jay Worth, because the winner of this matchup are going to have their very first appearance ever in a Super Indy tournament at Super Indy 12 this June.
True, but isn't that what Super Indy is all about? The young talent, the proving, the stepping up to the next league?
In part, I would say it is, absolutely. Ooh, Palace calling HD standard definition. Wonder how long he took to come up with that one.
I saw him with a notebook in the back earlier. He was jotting some stuff down.
We talked about Palace's great performances with veterans. How about HD Canon, a man that I believe, if I recall correctly, had 3 straight victories over John McChesney last year.
Which I don't doubt that John McChesney hasn't forgotten about. That man does hold a grudge, but I believe you're correct in that.
Well, Palace has done a lot of work with Team Big League in recent months, keep in mind. Been one of their hired heavies sent after Justin Idol. Mainly working under chest flexor, and a lot of bad ways you can interpret that statement. But be that as it may, Palace has really risen to the occasion, really pushed himself, and not always on the victorious end, but you can tell this guy's a player. He's got a future.
I couldn't agree more.
Scary as that.
Yeah. It's like you've finally been listening to me. You're starting to make sense, Joe. I'm kind of impressed.
Bobby Fish on the outside. What kind of wisdom do you think Bobby Fish has given Andrew Palace here tonight in this qualifying match? You got to believe Fish will have his own qualifying matchup once his knee heals.
Well, I would hope. I would agree. I mean, I don't know that this is so much Fish giving away his spot as patching a hole that we needed to fix pretty quickly.
And certainly a very worthy competitor has been chosen as the surrogate. But check out, what time is it, Jayworth?
Let's say it's about 6 o'clock, 1800 hours.
Making Palace think about it. That's just amazing raw power.
HD Canon showing why he was able to get 3 wins over John McChesney.
Palace, he's no small man. He's got to be north of that 200-pound mark.
Yeah, 200, 201, whatever it takes.
Well, Palace has the advantage, though, of Bobby Fish on the outside. Wealth of experience, Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling Noah, been all over this free world competing. Background in mixed martial arts, from what I'm told.
You think Fish would have told him not to turn his back to his opponent, or at least warned him that he was coming. Oh, there you go.
Palace loves to gloat. He loves to show off. Neckbreaker into the cover. And case in point, the fact that Palace, he'll never hit his signature maneuver, that leg drop, without stopping to put his goggles on. I don't think he's hit the move once yet, let alone won with it.
He's working the bugs out. I mean...
Yeah, really. A heck of a place to work the bugs out here in an IWC competition.
It's not like Hulk Hogan just showed up able to do that leg drop.
But he also didn't stop to put goggles on first.
Yeah, well, maybe in the early incarnations he did.
I think Vern would have had something to say about that.
Oh.
And now he's jaw-jacked with the official, and Bobby Fish getting involved.
Bobby Fish is just giving HD Canon some advice.
Maybe a warning.
Maybe a warning.
Please.
Hey, kid, you're in over your head. Maybe you should just lay down.
Well, I don't think HD Cannon's in over his head at all.
It's 2-on-1, or at least 1.5 on 1.
Well, thank you for admitting that.
I mean, intellect-wise.
Oh, I see. Well, HD reverses things in the corner.
Oh, there you go. Fight through the pain and put a thumb to the eye.
There you
I like the way this Palace kid works. I like the way the Pallid Kiss works too, but that's another video.
He got a cover for 2. And man, Palace, who wasn't even in this matchup until, I'm not even sure when this switch was made, could have been this morning, could find himself in Super Indy 12. How do you think Palace would fare? I mean, we've seen the normal fields of Super Indy, includes competitors from Ring of Honor, TNA in the past, Japan, Mexico, the best in the United States. How do you think Palace would fare against such a high-caliber field he's really, aside from glimpses here and there, never faced before?
I think he'd do pretty well. That's my answer.
I think he thinks he'd do pretty well as well.
Well, I mean, look at how well he's handling HD Canon right now. I mean, up until that kidney punch. Oh, nice elbow to the back of the head.
Keep in mind, both these men are technically rookies. Debuting with this company last July. They've never experienced anything like Super Indy, but Palace dropped in the back of his head.
Hard landing for Palace now.
You ain't kidding.
Fortunately, he had that sponge of hair to absorb a little bit of it.
And that external occipital protuberance.
I think you made that up.
Oh! What a clothesline. Palace will remember it anyway.
Fortunately, Sorgatron Media is covering all of this, so he can watch the DVD later.
SorgatronMedia.com, but I'll tell you what, HD Canon now, controlling Palace hasn't dropped down. I was going to make a point a moment ago before that back suplex that this has not been without precedence. Keep in mind, Shima Zion, now known as Zima Ion, and Gory, they made their Super Indy debuts as rookies, and certainly they paid their dues. That
very true. A good showing at Super Indy. You don't even have to win it.
This could do it here 2-0.
Just a good showing can certainly set you on the path to the career that you're looking for, much like the DeBry Institute.
Did you get commissioned on that?
Yes.
Palace.
You don't?
Rake at the boot. I don't plug the DeVry Institute. Sorry. Well, I plugged Sorgatron Media, so we'll discuss that commission later. But be that as it may.
Whoa. I plugged Sorgatron Media.
Yeah, but I hit the .com. That's how you find them. HD Canon now every way. And Palace back to the eyes.
Because you need to tell people how to find a website in 2013.
We got a cover or two. Palace is banging his own head off the canvas in frustration.
If you're listening to this and you don't know how to find a website, just headbutt the keyboard until you see what you want. Oh! Nice step-up senton. Take advantage of where HD Canon is. Oh, here we go.
And Bobby Fish is telling, don't get the goggles, put them away. But again, Palace living in his own delusional world. He
does need to hurry up a bit with it.
I'm not even sure he can see through those things.
I do see a flaw here.
The mounds of hair through that. Yeah, HD Cannon's on his feet. Now he can leg jump a guy on his feet.
Bobby Fish is yelling, use your fist. Oh no, close fist. I'm sorry. Oh,
check this out. I went to go splash mountain variation, but Palace countered it. I'm going to a DDT guillotine style. The goggles drop, but I don't think it matters. Palace picked up the victory.
Picked up the victory.
Here is your winner, Andrew Palace.
He got lucky on that one.
Absolutely did. The official was where he needed to be looking at the shoulders. I think sometimes you just underestimate how tall HD Canon is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good 6'3", 6'4". You have the stats there.
But how tall is Andrew Palace walking now that he's in Super Indy 12? And not just in Super Indy 12, the first guy announced.
Congratulations to Andrew Palace. My condolences to HD Canon. To be fair, he thought he was going to be taking on Red Dragon, and they called an audible on him.
HD trained for a completely different style of match. No shame in him losing this matchup when he got thrown for a loop. But, man, big time win for Andrew Palace. I'm not his biggest fan personally, but I'll offer my congratulations. We'll have a chance to really go rags to riches overnight with a potential Super Indy 12 victory.
Maybe there's a career for Bobby Fish as a manager. Well done.
Fish applauding his charge. Very happy with what he saw. Really happy with what he saw. More action in just a moment. Far into a set from a one-on-one competition here in the IWC Uncivil War. And I got to talk about briefly the fact that the official assigned to this matchup, CJ Sensation, recently rehired by the company and responsible for the overturning of the decision to put the championship back on John McChesney. I am not necessarily in agreement with that.
Introducing first, he weighs in at 190 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, being accompanied to ringside by Norm Connors. He is the Prince of Conversion, Delicious Jimmy DeMarco.
What I really want to talk about here is the return to the ring after 10 months in exile after he left the organization. The Prime Minister of Perversion, Delicious Jimmy DeMarco, chosen by Chuck
I stand corrected. He now weighs in at 199 pounds. He is Juicius Maximus Jimmy DeMarco.
Nothing's changed. Love's changed in the life of this man.
221 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is the frontman, the elite athlete, the heavy metal Jesus, Logan Shulo.
Logan Shulo exited 2012, or so we thought, with 2 championships as a result of Norm Connors forcing a matchup between Shulo and John McChesney, and the subsequent screw job by Jimmy DeMarco, who was acting as special referee that night. Shulo lost the IWC title. He lost the Super Indy title to Anthony Nese as a result of involvement from Gory, which many people speculate also had something to do with Norm Connors and that whistle Norm had. You know, it's too convenient. That whistle coincided with the lights going out and Gory returning to IWC himself after being gone about 7 months.
To be fair, Norm has stated he did not have a whistle.
And to be fair, Norm Connors is a wrestling promoter, and all wrestling promoters are liars.
I plead the fifth.
You don't have to confirm or deny it. It's pretty much fact. Speaking of someone who has promoted wrestling shows in the past, I can even confirm.
And you!
Hit him, Logan! Hit him!
What you did at the last show was awful. It was horrendous. It was bad.
Do it again! Do it again!
Or what are we doing? Chucky Roberts, are we declaring anarchy in IWC? My God, the way this show's gone so far. What the heck? Hey guys, come on over the guardrail. Let's all be involved. Come on. Who wants to be? Hey, hey Logan, Jimmy's got me. Why don't you pick somebody? Come on. Pick somebody. They can be in the corner. What about Ray? Ray, you're like 80 years old. You can't get in here. Why don't you pick somebody? Pedro, come get this microphone or else I'll talk all night. Where are you? Hey.
You know that Logan Shulo would love nothing more than to have a repeat performance in the last show. Pop Norm Connors a knuckle sandwich in the microwave, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but now what repercussions would there be now that he's the executive consultant of Team Big League, which of course includes Jimmy DeMarco? Oh, wait a second. I think Logan found somebody.
Good Lord, look at that bow hunk. He's a giant. He's the size of Logan Shulo. He looks a little like Logan Shulo.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if there's a relation there.
This is a setup!
And Chuck Roberts, I think, is basically undergoing the verbal waiver of liability to make sure this fan will not sue on his own right if anything happens. Not that I think he needs much protection.
Yeah, I'm guessing in a scrap, he looks like he could do okay.
Yeah, Chuck is basically telling the guy, listen, you want to come over the guardrail, it's on your own volition, but you waive your rights. It's standard protocol, and he doesn't look too scared about it.
And Jimmy DeMarco just told him, you don't scare me.
Well, DeMarco biting off a little more he can chew right now. It's just some lofty expectations. We got a bell though, we're underway. Logan Shulo one-on-one with the man that he defeated for the IWC Championship many, many months ago, about a year ago really. And also, the man who screwed Shulo out of that very same championship this past December when he was the referee.
What is... Jimmy wants a handshake first, I believe.
I don't know where he's been. I agree with these fans.
Logan Shulo not looking to play nice.
Exactly what Mr. DeMarco deserved.
know about that.
Setting the ride reversal.
Oh! And Norm looking to
But Norm
slow things down.
forgot about somebody.
Do we have a name for him?
No, we don't. He's a fan. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, you have all the research. I don't know.
How am I going to research the fans? How do I know who buys
I
tickets
don't
here?
know. You know some of these mudlings.
One or two of them.
Well, that might have been one of them.
Well, I think I remember this guy.
I'm gonna go.
He's intimidating Norm clear away from ringside. They're out of here.
He was wearing a black Dahlia murders t-shirt. So for the time being, I'm going to call him Black Dahlia until we find out a name on the gentleman.
And he may live up to that last word if Norm gets involved again.
And he chased Norm out of the ringside area, and now is sort of standing guard.
DeMarco shoulder first. Shulo using that power. And you gotta believe this gentleman not just standing guard for to protect this matchup from Norm, but any members of Team Big League, whether it be Nuts, Brooks, McChesney, Bobby Fish, Chest Flexor.
Ginger?
Oh, yeah, that dragon that got obliterated 6 months ago? Anybody. And Shulo bending away at the lower back of DeMarco. I'm not sure what kind of ring shape DeMarco, I mean, he's obviously in great physical shape, but cardiovascular, stamina, pain threshold, where is he after almost a year out? Oh, we're gonna find out. Serious dues being paid here. Logan Shulo knows that one man among the main reasons Shulo is not a champion today, as Shulo finds would love to get through DeMarco on his way back to what is apparently still John McChesney's IWC champion, despite Dalton Castle getting the victory.
Jimmy DeMarco yelling, "Jesus, I'm sorry," and then a cheap shot followed by "I lied, I lied." If you want to understand Jimmy DeMarco, there it is in a nutshell.
A hard exchange. Oh! That's Logan Shulo in a nutshell. Could be all here, no.
I am impressed that Jimmy DeMarco is moving, much less kicking out.
And CJ Sensation calling this matchup down the middle thus far. We got a really rotten first impression of his return earlier with that title reversal, but doing his job so far. And I don't want to make the referee the story of this matchup because it's not about him, it's about Logan and DeMarco, but I'm just keeping my eye on things as Logan Shulo follows DeMarco to the outside. You know, the perseverance Shulo has, the rage he has, pent up inside him with all the carnage DeMarco has caused in Logan's life, especially over the past couple of months.
Very true, combined with the fact that he's been screwed over by other, not just DeMarco. There's been other things happening that has him angry, and then you take someone that he's already has bad blood with to begin with. I actually feel bad for Jimmy DeMarco right now.
Not often you say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Who knows when Jimmy was told that he had this match?
Oh, well. He's nothing if not resourceful. And Shulo hits whoa! DeMarco getting in the face of that fan.
And don't get in the ring. I understand that you're acting as a manager, but seriously, do not get in the ring.
Well, not just for the safety reasons, don't get Logan disqualified.
Yeah, that too.
But I mean, he waived his rights verbally to Chuck Roberts, so.
Oh!
Now what? What the hell's this about?
Oh!
He's beating the hell out of Shulo.
Black Dahlia apparently decided he was done being a manager.
Where did this come? Oh, and DeMarco having his own muscle worshiping ceremony with whoever this guy is.
And
was this premeditated?
I would have.
Hey, listen up! You see heavy metal Jesus? This is heavy metal Uber Jesus. He has risen and he is jacked. And all the rest of you and your dorky ass security force, Chuck Roberts, Chuck Roberts, I see you looking at me with that hungry look on your face.
Is this a ringer?
Apparently.
Norm's the one that dared Logan to pick somebody out of the crowd. This could have been all premeditated. Who is this guy? What's he got to do with any of this?
I don't know, but
Here
did
is
some
your winner
damage.
as a result of a disqualification, Logan Shulo.
you have to believe this is not the victory Logan Shulo wanted.
Not at all. No measure of revenge here. A win on paper, but yet again, DeMarco screwing with Logan Shulo's livelihood here.
And all they've done is pour more gasoline onto the fire
That
that is
man-
Heavy Metal Jesus.
That man's out the front door, escorted by about a dozen security staff. But I don't want him to leave. I want to know who this guy is, where he came from, and how he factors into this whole equation.
I'm sure if you ask Jimmy, he'll tell you all about Black Dahlia.
I'd rather avoid Jimmy DeMarco at all costs. Logan Shulo, not to avoid this issue at all, though. He's out for blood.
And he's storming.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer here with your brand new IWC Super Indy champion, Anthony Nese. Now, Anthony, it was just last month where you captured the Super Indy title, and well, a lot of people are saying it was by questionable means. But tonight things are going to get a little bit more difficult because you'll be defending that title versus the undefeated, the man made for prime time, Mike Rayne. Are you ready for the big challenge?
First of all, I'm going to stop you there. Questionable? No. See, I won the Super Indy title because I am the premier athlete. Do you even watch the product? You've got to be the worst reporter in professional wrestling history. You just hold the microphone and I'll do the talking, all right? See, tonight I go against the undefeated Mike Rayne. Honestly, I could care less. But since this moron dragged me over here to talk, I might as well say something. See, Mike Rayne, I really don't care about your undefeated streak, but I am glad I get to be your first loss in IWC. Because if you think you're gonna take this title off of me, you're gonna be highly disappointed. Because this belt is staying on the shoulder of a New Yorker. Because everyone here in Pennsylvania knows that New York is the only place that breeds real athletes. And after tonight, I'm taking this title to the Super Indy tournament. And there I'm going to prove yet again why I am the premier athlete. Now do something useful, please.
All right, Pedro, back to you.
Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 316 pounds. First, wrestling out of Rochester, New York, Colin, Delaney, and his tag team partner, wrestling out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the Bearcat, Haught.
Their favorite tag team, Jay Worth, Colin Delaney, and the Bearcat Haught, set for a return matchup for the IWC Tag Team Championship. They get second life as far as winning the gold.
I wish them luck. They are taking on the founding fathers this evening, which is no small bite of a sandwich. You know what I mean? So he's the extremely cute wrestler, and he's hot. Are they hot and cute?
I guess they are. Of course, we'll clarify extremely cute wrestler, ECW, the acronym, for those unaware.
Which is pretty much everyone watching this, because this is a crowd of morons. Morons.
I will not sign off on that statement. Fans like the last one keep showing up, you're gonna eat your words.
Everyone except him.
I see.
I'm fine with that distinction. Big high five, big high five. Back around.
And her opponents. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 516
popular by Michael P.S. Hayes. Coming into effect for the Founding Fathers for so many months now, we don't know which two, be it Jimmy Vegas, Dennis Gregory, or Super Hentai, will defend the championships. In fact, sometimes it's all three of them somehow. But it seems like, at least on the surface, we know the two tonight.
Or at least we haven't seen the third yet tonight.
As I said, on the surface, Vegas and Gregory going to represent this faction.
I had heard rumors that Hentai was training for the World Air Hockey League.
All right, save some for the match, big guy. Save some for the match. All right, first of all, if you jag-offs, will pay more for your tickets, we can afford a decent set of steps. Now listen, tonight is Uncivil War, and the Founding Fathers are here to declare their independence. Seriously, that's pathetic. I'm just gonna start saying stuff I said 2 years ago when it was cool, so you can all yell what? How's that sound? Sounds good to me too. It's ass clowns like you that pay for the circus, just so you know. So, we're here to declare our independence. We have the right to bear arms, the freedom of speech, and nobody on this roster that can stop us. We're too big, we're too good, we're too smart to be stopped. And if anybody's feeling a little excited in the back, get in line, come on out, we'll punch your ticket too, kids.
If you wanna understand the Founding Fathers mentality, there it is in a nutshell. They're all just kids waiting to get their tickets punched.
I'll tell you what, pretty much everything Dennis Gregory said, there's a very viable argument to. They've been few and far between have they been stopped.
They're the Founding Fathers because of how long they've been here, but the fact is, they've been here. They've maintained their top spots. They're not.
There's the prize.
It's not like they were given titles. They have earned what they've done.
Absolutely have. There's no question about the fact that the Founding Fathers.
Oh!
Well, and they're starting this matchup out as a brawl. Keep in mind, it was last December to call to arms. Keith Haught came out dressed like Santa Claus, entertaining the kids in attendance. The Founding Fathers took offense, came out and beat the hell out of Santa Claus for no reason whatsoever. And that really started this rivalry that carried over into Payback when the Founding Fathers were out here scouting Haught and Delaney during their matchup with the Gambino brothers.
And Delaney and Haught looking good right now. Sending both of the Founding Fathers to the outside. You see Vegas catching his breath, regrouping.
Now, the Fathers aren't used to being taken off their game this early. But Colin and Keith are just so unique, eclectic individuals. They want to dance, they want to have fun, and they obviously want to win the championships.
Where's the Bearcat from? Remind me of that again.
I believe he was announced as from Myrtle South Carolina, somewhere around there.
And Colin Delaney out of New York.
Rochester area, yeah.
Versus two gentlemen who exemplify Pittsburgh. The Founding Fathers. Oh! And again to the outside. Founding Fathers are so Pittsburgh, we have Andrew Carnegie in attendance watching.
They do not. Colin to the outside took all the power of Vegas.
Oh!
And Small the back first, and in the ring, Gregory clubs Keith Haught from behind.
Something tells me that the Founding Fathers are done being nice, but frankly, I don't know that they were being all that nice to begin with.
Gregory glancing blow on that side kick. I think Gregory realizes it, picks Haught back up to do some more damage.
You can see the disdain on the face of Dennis Gregory. Clearly, he does not think too much of the hot mess that is the Bearcat.
Well, Haugh's a big boy.
And Vegas handled that toss like it was a softball.
Absolutely.
A softball with 2 arms that you could do a double underhook on. But
Very jiggly softball.
hot mess of a softball.
I'll tell you what, Haught and Colin have really found their chemistry really early here in tag team competition. Just the fact this is their second time contesting for the tag titles shows the mark they've made in the division.
Very true. It also shows they have at least a decent idea of what they need to do as a team to exemplify their positives. They figure out where their strong points are, and they work towards those. It's the sign of a good tag team. It's also a sign of the education you can get at the DeVry Institute.
Oh, get out of here. Gregory. Oh, maybe threw his back out on that one. Tony's a big boy.
Yeah, very true. And Denny's still in great shape, but there's a difference between between your average wrestler and the master.
Got him that time.
So a release fisherman.
Very impressive. Could do it here, Gregory finds 2. That's hot news there that he pulled that off.
I thought I was the one that did the comedy.
Well, it's a fact of life.
I haven't yet. Why start now? I think Denny wanted to redeem himself a little bit there.
Yeah, if only for nothing else, his own ego.
Yeah, well, yeah. But really, what else matters?
Now he's in trouble, but pulled it off that time. Somehow got the slam.
Pulled it off and maybe every muscle in his back.
And a little bit for the swear jar as well. Family friendly, folks.
Oh, he's going to have to put a little icy light on that.
Vegas is usually the potty mouth of the group. Measured him too long for the elbow. Nobody home.
A solid elbow by Keith Haught.
Second time. Leverage not on his side, but man, he's fighting through.
And Denny, smart, realized that Haught would be looking for a tag, knocked Colin Delaney to the floor. Had enough sense to do that before getting popped in the mush again.
Yeah, no hot tag here by Keith as Colin Delaney off the apron and not up in time. Denny Gregory right there. And reaching, but that German suplex puts the exclamation point on that equation.
Denny needed to get the Bearcat out of his corner. Did it the easiest way possible, just threw him behind him. And you can hear a Founding Fathers chant breaking out.
Well, they got their own 5 in another corner, I guess.
Oh, well, again, it's good that they consolidated them. And Vegas just sitting on the back of Keith and just pulling up on the head. Now going down to a side headlock. Try and make the big guy sit up, get up, fight his own weight to get up.
And when you got a guy that big, the gas tank runs out quickly. And Vegas knows that.
Vegas, no junior lightweight himself. If you know what I mean.
Well, he knows it's a power game, and he doesn't get paid by the hour when he's out there. And Vegas can outpower anybody. But Haught was ready. Oh, nobody home in the corner.
Haught's apparently read the game plan of the Founding Fathers. He got out of the way twice there.
And when you got Vegas charging at you, he's hard to miss.
He got the tag.
Hot tag, and here comes Colin Delaney. All over Dennis Gregory, the former 5-time IWC champion.
Denny sort of rolling towards his corner. I'm not sure if he was looking for a tag yet or not, but Delaney stopped it. Delaney out of the ring. Oh! Takes out Vegas.
Through the legs. Sunset flip could have him, no. Now the count away from new champions. I'll watch Vegas.
Vegas has the foot.
Even without head tie, the strength and numbers advantage of the Founding Fathers very evident. Right place, right time. But Colin escapes.
And he get, oh! Huge dive!
And Vegas bounced back right into the steel.
He just dove through the ropes, and it was essentially one of the biggest shoves I've ever seen, right into the guardrails. Oh! Keith Haught firing up now.
Is that what that was? He's feeling the momentum, that's for sure.
Get it? Haught firing. See what I did there?
Ah, there you go.
Oh!
Gregory with a spear.
And good night, Irene. Thanks for showing up.
Colin back in, but Gregory drops him face first. Founding Fathers retain. No!
Oh! Good. Colin Delaney still has a little in the tank. We've seen Denny put a lot of guys away with that.
Well, when you're mentored by Tommy Dreamer, you gotta be tough. Colin, a tag team specialist in his own right, with his alleged twin brother Jimmy Olsen once upon a time.
I believe I've seen them.
Way to add some analysis to that one. Colin drops the foot right across the side of the head.
I'm sorry, you bring up a gimmick from 5 years ago in another federation and I'm the idiot for mentioning something? Yeah. Go ahead, put that one on me. Sorry, folks.
Keith Haught up top. Maybe going for the hot mess, but Gregory pushes Colin away, and Colin got hot-shotted on that rope, and that friction with the rope caused Haught to lose his balance.
Haught got hot-shotted.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, into the turnbuckle. Denny now taking advantage. Has him up on his shoulder. Huge slam.
That's an homage to head tie there, the Davey Boy Smith action. And that's good. No!
The Bearcat still has a little in the tank. I am impressed with these kids.
And Vegas, well, I think Vegas is getting impatient. Talked about Vegas not getting paid by the hour. Championship belt for each founding father. And, well, quite obviously this won't end well, whatever they're planning. And Vegas running interference.
And HD Cannon's out here.
What in the world is this?
Oh!
HD Cannon trying to get involved.
Jimmy Vegas is having none of it. They just came out and just started throwing fists. I don't know. What is this about?
And that creates an opening in the ring.
Oh!
Colin and Haught just won their tag titles.
What just happened?
Here are your winners.
I think they took the founding fathers on an excellent adventure.
IWC Tag Team Champions, Keith Haught and Colin Delaney.
Hot, cute, got it done.
What happened with HDK? Oh, Vegas is incensed. He knows
Oh my
what
God,
happened.
Vegas is back. Get out of there.
Run
Get out
while
of
you
there.
can.
Oh. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I know the end result. I'm so proud of Colin Delaney, a man who really found himself in such a holding pattern for so long. But now, rejuvenated, re-energized, revitalized, in the best shape of his life, Colin Delaney is a champion. When a year ago, his career was practically dead. What a come-from-behind story for one of wrestling's ultimate underdogs.
I congratulate Haught and Cute. It takes something to beat the founding fathers, and frankly, they beat them at their own game, and it ended up being a numbers game. 3-on-2. HD came out. HD Canon and took out Vegas, or at least occupied Vegas long enough for Colin Delaney and Keith Haught to win the title. I'm baffled.
What a celebration! And it's still going on. Colin back in the ring.
If I were Delaney and Haught, I would get away from the founding fathers. You know they hold a grudge.
We got to figure out the HD Cannon factor. I'm never going to figure out that. In the ring, and Keith Haught and his gyrations, but man, this team has gelled so quickly, and I'm so proud of Keith Haught and especially Colin Delaney for winning IWC Tag Gold.
tell it took a lot out of Denny.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1. They weigh in a combined weight of 373.5 pounds. They are wrestling out of a whiskey bar on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, California. Here's the team of Jordan Lennox and Aiden Vale. W-A-R, we are Rockstars.
Well, coming off a major switch in momentum in the tag team scene, here in IWC, we take a look at another team that has really gelled extremely well in just a short amount of time together. Aiden Vale in the ring, it's Jordan Lennox on the outside. They are War, W-A-R, we are Rockstars, embroiled in a bitter rivalry with Team Big League stemming off of Aiden Vale's issues with Jimmy Nuts for quite some time.
They are only War if they're talking about themselves. Shouldn't we be calling them Tar? They are rock stars. You know, as a matter of grammar, I'm just saying.
Well, our next matchup here at Uncivil Tar.
Hold up.
And their opponents. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 420 pounds. Wrestling out of Morgantown, West Virginia. Here is Jimmy Nuts and Joseph Brooks, Team Big League.
And little did they know that Nuts and Brooks were sitting ducks on the outside as Aiden Vale and Jordan Lennox were ready for him. And I don't think this tag team matchup is officially underway, but the physicality sure is.
I don't know that this is actually even going to be so much a match as it is can I use the term slugfest?
We'll go with that. War just barely got a win out over Team Big League at Payback, but nothing was settled there, Jay Worth. That ball came out of nowhere, and there was still a lot of bad blood coming out of that matchup for everybody.
Yeah, you got the feeling it was sort of an unsatisfying win for them, and now they're looking to wet their whistle, so to speak.
Well, case in point, Aiden Vale went right for James Nutter. Nutter was the one who was selfish in this relationship for so long between the two of them. Aiden Vale wanted to look out for his own career and separate from the team, go the singles route, but Jimmy Nuts just couldn't take that. Jimmy Nuts came to IWC, followed Aiden Vale here, and as a result, Jimmy Nuts actually stunted the career of Aiden Vale, actually responsible for a number of shoulder injuries to Aiden Vale that obviously young Aiden is still suffering from based on the heavy tape around his torso.
I just assumed that was a fashion statement. He is a rock star.
Well, the statement is, I'm hurt, and it's Jimmy Nuts' fault. Nuts severed that friendship because Nuts cared about himself at the expense of his former friend and partner.
Then at least he's hurt fashionably. You saw Jimmy Nuts there shove Aiden Vale. Aiden Vale went after him, and Nuts took off.
Well, that's Jordan Lennox centering with Joseph Brooks right now, as Nuts gives some salvation to his partner, but watch Lennox here gonna fly as Mr. Wrestling Now connects with a helo. Aiden Vale feeling that energy.
Trying to get everyone into a rousing chorus of We Will Rock You. I don't think we own the rights to the licensing to the Queen song, so.
You're gonna talk about music licensing and independent wrestling?
That's the one license we need, apparently.
Brooks could touch that line a lot of different ways, but Nuts trips up Lennox. Brooks on top for two. And Team Big League almost stole this thing. And where's the frame of mind of Brooks and Nuts right now after the narrow escape of John McChesney with the IWC Championship? Team Big League was almost in just utter turmoil.
Well, and let's also point out no other members of Team Big League out here for to support their fellow team members.
Oh, come on. Jimmy Nuts just spitting right at Aiden Vale.
If you want to talk about the chaos, Team Big League normally works with the pack mentality. Right now, it's 2-on-2.
Jimmy Nuts is such a vile human being. Nuts and Aiden Vale and another gentleman who's in attendance here tonight watching on. We're great friends for so many years, dating back to when they were young teenagers. They'd come to IWC events together. They'd sit in the front row. They dream of being wrestlers together and making it together. And Jimmy Nuts ruined all that because somewhere along the way, it stopped being about them and it was all about him, and he didn't give a damn about his friends.
That's wrestling. To quote noted American philosopher Kevin Nash, you can make friends in this business or you can make money. Jimmy Nuts isn't here for friendship. He's here for money. I don't blame him. I'm here for money. You might be here for some friends. I can understand that.
So I understand the philosophy. Kevin Nash made it famous. Jay Strongbow made it famous. But that's to say you can't have any friends, or at least not even friends, not make enemies out of people that used to be friends. Go your separate ways peacefully, at least.
Well, that's just a waste of an opportunity.
Opportunity to what? Sucker punch your friend?
What are we talking about right now? Jimmy Nuts. You don't think that helps?
Not talking positively.
It doesn't matter whether they're talking about you murdering a baby or saving a convent full of nuns, as long as they spell your name right in the paper. Publicity is publicity, and right now, we've noticed what's happened. We're talking about it. All of these morons, when they're done watching Maury, talk about it. That's what matters, Joe.
Well, and I think Team Big League realizes they don't want Aiden Vale in the ring in competition. They've isolated, neutralized Jordan Lennox, who's having to fight practically 2-on-1 here. Big League MO reaching for the tag in Aiden Vale. So close, but couldn't get there.
You know that Aiden Vale is the one that is the most emotionally invested in this. He's the one who wants in the ring at this point.
He's also the man that pinned Jimmy Nuts back at Payback.
Very true, actually.
Oh, miscue.
Had Jimmy Nuts out of the company for a little bit.
Aiden Vale is in with all the intensity of a Steel Panther. Unloading on Brooks, unloading on Nuts. Aiden Vale getting some retribution, but Jayworth, will the shoulder become a factor in instances like that? Brooks in their own solo.
And Aiden Vale.
Here are your winners, Team Big League.
Aiden Vale's hurt shoulder comes into play. He wasn't able to kick out there.
One had a little bit to do with those ropes as well. And here comes an irate Big League. Uncalled for. They got the win. Why can't you be happy with it?
Because a win isn't enough if you don't get to make the statement.
Well, come on. Aiden Vale's he's not 100%. He's only 21. He's got a bum shoulder. He's got a big future ahead of him here.
And that less than 100% is about to become a worse number.
Here comes Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle is out here.
And Brooks and Nuts are...
And man, Nuts just got it. And Brooks taken down. And McChesney. Well, here comes Jimmy DeMarco. 4 members of Team Big League out here. And Aiden Vale is up and fighting. We have absolutely lost control.
DeMarco holding Dalton Castle. Oh! Logan Shulo's in. He wants some.
Heavy Metal Jesus. Ready to cast some judgment. And DeMarco wants none of it. Dalton Castle still swinging away. Executive consultant Norm Connors has made his way out here.
Apparently this version of Jesus doesn't believe in turning the other cheek.
Hey, no, absolutely not.
Owner Chuck Roberts.
Absolutely not. Hey, Connors, Mr. Executive Assistant, Consultant, Secretary, whatever the hell you are. Listen, no, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do this. All night long. First him, now these guys, him. This ain't going to happen. Oh, you think you're just going to leave, don't you? I don't think it's over. You might be in charge of what happens with these guys, but I'm in charge whether or not they're employed. So if you boys walk up that ramp, you're all fired.
Whoa.
So here's the thing. Yeah, go back to where you came from. Every one of you go to here, I don't care. We're not going to rip these people off. Every one of these people people spent a lot of good money to come watch a show here tonight. So guess what, Norm? And I think your lawyer's gone, so why don't you draw up the lawsuit? By the time it happens, the match will have taken place already. Oh, you know the match I'm talking about. The one that you're not real happy about. What do you say here tonight? It's Team Big League against War, Castle and Logan. It's Uncivil War elimination. Yeah. What do you guys say? Uncivil War elimination. Now, oh, no, that's okay. Hey, Norm, no, look. No, I want you all at 100%. Oh, that's nice. So go to the back, regroup. So you're not getting paid double. Take an anxiety pill, pal. Get yourselves to the back, and tonight, in our main event, elimination tag. What do you say?
That's huge, unplanned, unexpected 8-man elimination. An uncivil war to unfold. IWC, Team Big League.
You guys, come on, let's hear it for the tag. Come on.
And apparently, it's happening tonight.
Jock, I guess, had enough of everyone running roughshod over his company. He's taking the reins on the Peacock. Peacock reins, Joe.
And still so much more to come. 10 will be decided and more.
Vega coming to ringside by Ginger. He has vowed that if he loses here tonight, he will be out of Team Big League. Just Flexor.
Well, we got big stakes here, Jay Worth. Over the past several months, we have followed the road of Justin Idol on his way to get back to the main IWC roster on a full-time permanent basis and earn that contract to solidify his position. To do that, he would have had to go through every member of Team Big League. When John McChesney got a little too busy with other matters, he put Chest Flexor in charge, and we understand, Jay Worth, this ends here tonight. One of these guys, their careers are going to change forever. Either Chest Flexor leaves Team Big League, or Justin Idol can't come back and compete.
But this does not get Justin Idol his contract, am I correct? He has not gone through all of Team Big League.
Well, if he defeats Chest Flexor, he's got it.
Ah, well then.
And his opponent.
Well, we understand John McChesney absolved himself of that contractual obligation.
He weighs in at 185 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If he loses here tonight, he is gone from IWC forever. Justin Idol.
McChesney obviously with Logan, with Dalton, with Chuck, way too much going on, and Chest Flexor inserted as the surrogate. So this is for everything for these individuals. And Flexor has vowed, or rather been forced, either or. Hey, whoa, that's Adrian Palace. We've seen Palace and Flexor working together on Team Big League business in recent months. And it seems that relationship is still strong.
Apparently, and Palace just laying the beat down onto Idol. Idol's not. Oh! And then a stomp to the back by Flexor.
A man's career is on the line, his livelihood here. We gotta get some order. Idol's career cannot be decided like this. At least give him a fighting chance.
I agree.
Obviously, Chuck Roberts has his hands full in a big way right now, but somebody's got to take charge and get Palace the heck out of here.
Has the match started?
I have not heard about.
No, you can't disqualify him yet.
I don't even know if Flexor's. He's hardly touched Idol so far.
You can call a no contest, but then would they just have to have another match like this later?
Well, and I wouldn't be opposed to that. At least Idol would have a fair shake at this. If Idol loses, he will never wrestle in this company again, Jay Worth.
Well, they've certainly stacked the deck against him. Once again, like I said, Team Big League and the mob mentality, the pack mentality, the pack mob.
Well, Flexor and Palace wearing those ridiculous goggles on his forehead, I believe, hidden in all that hair.
Yeah, I can see him.
Always wants more limelight on him, even if it's at the expense of a man's career. Have some sympathy, or have some humanity.
If you get the chance to stand in the spotlight, you stand there.
Well, bell sounds this match is starting and it's over! No! Idol thankfully kicks out. What a horrible end to a career that would have been. And Palace isn't done. Come on!
Looking for a suplex on the
Not
ring.
No! Jeez.
Idol with that bad back. He now has a worse back.
Keep in mind, he was out of action for a year and a half due to a degenerative spinal condition. He did extensive rehab. He had bulging discs. He had pretty much everything you can imagine wrong with him. Fought back, reclaimed the potential for an opportunity or an IWC, and now Palace just putting him right back on the rehab trail.
And the count is up to 4. Palace smart, suplexing him away from the ring. Flexor could get a count-out win here.
And that would count. Idol's gone if it's a count-out.
Yep.
Oh, no, we got 2 seconds left.
He's up to 9, and he's not
Come on,
at his peak.
Justin, come on! Jeez, how close can you get? And Flexor, who's been spending about 30 seconds resting, just takes over. Idol, hopefully he is not experiencing similar conditions as the past. From what I understand, he was given a clean bill of health, but that's the reason Idol was put through this big league gauntlet, because Chuck Roberts had reservations about if Idol was, well, healthy enough to hang with the IWC competition full time. And from what my sources tell me, Idol feels a little bit put out by that, but I understand Chuck's point of view.
Well, and to be fair, this is not an unheard of occurrence within IWC. If you're going to test and find out if he's a viable athlete, you don't put him through the medium setting. You put him through the hottest furnace. You know what I mean?
But getting dropped on a steel ramp and getting choked like this has nothing to do with a standard wrestling contest.
Sure, but the whole reason there are these stipulations is to test whether or not he's ready for this type of competition. This is the test. It doesn't prove anything if he can beat someone one-on-one. It proves something if he can come back from this.
Well, it'll prove a whole hell of a lot. It'll prove more than Justin has to prove. All he had to do was win. There was nothing in the contract about surviving situations and circumstances. Like, hell, Palace wasn't even a member of Team Big League until he was added on specifically to keep Idol from winning.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I chalk that up to the intelligence of Team Big League. They signed a collective contract. They did not define the collective. If you're going to play lawyer ball, you better have a good lawyer.
Idol firing back on Flexor, albeit for a moment. Idol gets the knee up. Caught Flexor right around the eyebrow. And close body, nicely done. It's an Idol comeback here. Can he string enough together?
You could tell he had a hard time trying to get his foot up to the second rope to climb.
Charging in. Oh,
that was close.
Puts the brakes on. Idol finishes the job. Roll up by Flexor. No! How close can you be? And I don't mind telling you, I want to see Justin Idol back here full time. I want to see Idol competing for championships. In my opinion, I think he's ready.
Well, you look at Idol now. He apparently caught his second wind. Punches, chops having no effect. He's laying it in.
And Idol gets the Gets the foot up to the side of the jaw. And now, German release suplex.
Big German testing whether or not that back is capable. Like I said, this is the test.
Idol got him over, all impact. Second turnbuckle on the inside. Senton! Using that back again. Can Idol do it here? No.
You've noticed he's having more problems like trying to use it to climb and use the power rather than, he seems to be okay with the landings.
Well, I think Idol knows exactly what and where on his back is damaged after a year and a half of rehab.
Now he's feeling it a little.
Yeah. Ginger cheering on Flexor on the outside with Andrew Palace, and Flexor drops Idol's throat first.
5 minutes gone by in this contest. 5 minutes.
And Chest Flexor looking to fly here.
Well, Flexor taking a chance.
Slowly climbing up. Ginger and Palace steadying him.
Yeah, very gingerly climbing up. Flexor's not used to this.
And Palace is warning him.
This is not a smart decision. You can tell Flexor not at home.
May have pulled a hammy.
Went for style points. He's lucky if he only pulled a hammy. Look out! The back of Flexor's head off of that top turnbuckle on the way down.
Oh, and then the front of Eric Idol's foot. Eric Idol.
There's an exclamation
Justin
point.
Idol's foot on the back of Flexor's head. I'd watch an Eric Idol match. I'm just saying.
Thinking of his former tag partner, Eric Ecstasy.
How do you forget Eric Ecstasy?
Yeah, you think about him a lot, but be that as it may.
Ran into him the other week.
Sounds
He
painful.
looked good.
Idol elevates Flexor, went to drive the knee, a counter, and here come the Vultures again.
There goes a knee. I think I saw an elbow pad fly.
Ginger the distraction. Palace the guillotine DDT. And again, the Team Big League B team, or whatever you want to call them, stealing her steering, and Idol again kicks out.
Idol is not willing to go gently into that good night, Joe.
Thankfully.
He knows what's at stake. He's going to pull out all the stops.
Everything is at stake.
Burn your reserves and then find something else.
About 12, 13 years of hard work is at stake.
But right now, it's Flexor on his feet, and Idol's barely moving. The crowd behind Justin, but, you know, that only takes you so far.
Flexor measures Idol. Flexor looked like he was going to go neck breaker. Idol counters with a thrust kick. Palace, goodbye.
Low bridge.
And now Idol with a chance.
Uh-oh. He's got the arms hooked.
Time for the Spirit Crusher!
Oh!
Idol, welcome back officially.
Here is your winner, Justin Idol.
And Chest Flexor is gone from Team Big League.
I guess we have to wish Chest Flexor luck with on his solo adventure here. Congratulations to Justin Idol. Our condolences to Eric Idol.
Where's Chest Flexor going to go from here? Justin Idol, however, only way to go is up. He is victorious here tonight at Uncivil War. But what condition is that back in, Jay Worth?
My hope is Chest Flexor from here goes to a top quality chiropractor. Because he just had his spine mid-ways and it's not meant to go.
Big win for Idol, but still to come. We got an Uncivil War. And up next, Super Indy title to be decided as well. Anthony Nese, the number one contender, Mike Rayne.
And now, because of his loss, Chest Flexor is now out of Team Big League.
And Corey Futuristic out here as well. Another sidekick that Flexor's kind of welcomed into his nest. Trying to help a lifeless, as usual, Chest Flexor out of here. What a motley crew this is.
It's a sad recurring theme.
Justin, it's been, here, come on, front and center. It has been 6 long and painstaking months that you've been battling for your contract, but tonight, you are now officially a full-time member of the IWC roster. It's been a long journey, man.
Justin, congratulations. Plumber, listen, it's been 6 months. I told you I would make it up to you. You proved it to me. You beat Team Big League. Flexor's now out. I told you I would do it for you. So, my man, you deserve your contract. There you go.
Here, let's sign it right here. What do you say?
Why did Justin do that?
The IWC Super Indy Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He weighs in at 221 pounds. Defending Youngstown, Ohio. He is the man made for prime time. The undefeated Mike Rayne.
Mike Rayne now going out into the crowd. I guess slapping hands around ring wasn't enough. I gotta be honest, if Mike Rayne is distracted here, he's gonna lose to Tony Nese. Do not be distracted by these morons.
Well, Mike Rayne, as Pedro said, undefeated here in IWC Wrestling. Defeated Alex Reynolds and Shane Strickland at Payback to earn this championship opportunity. And this is the biggest test of Rayne's career. He's never faced an athlete quite like Nese.
And his opponent. He weighs in at 210 pounds, wrestling out of Long Island, New York. The premier athlete, your reigning and defending IWC Super Indy Champion, Tony Nese.
Man that calls himself, you see there, the premier athlete. Nese has largely stayed away from the politics and the infighting here in IWC. He didn't really care about anything else other than himself. And, well, that certainly played to his benefit when he won the Super Indy Championship over Logan Shulo, but some questionable means in that championship matchup because the appearance of, I'm not sure if we're even allowed to talk about him, but Gregory, who was gone for 6 or 7 months, came out, sprayed that disgusting red liquid into Logan's eyes. Was Norm Connors involved in that? I don't know. But be that as it may, whether he was or not, Gregory came with a purpose. I don't think he was in bed with Nese, but Nese certainly reaped the benefits.
You can say that it's questionable means, but the means justify the ends. He saw an opportunity based upon what happened. He wasn't going to just walk away. You see a $100 bill laying there on the street, you pick it up.
Referee CJ Sensation holding the championship, showing Mike Rayne what it's all about.
I gotta say, Nese looks less than impressed right now. A little nonplussed. I don't know that I would view Mike Rayne as a non-threat. As stated, he is undefeated.
You could never view Mike Rayne as a non-threat. He is a major threat. I just don't think Nese realizes what kind of threat yet because he has never been in the ring with Mike Rayne before and vice versa. Mike Rayne, skilled at MMA, mixed martial arts, obviously skilled at professional wrestling. coming up on, what do we got here, about 8 months in IWC, not beaten yet.
An impressive statistic. I would like to point out I am also undefeated within IWC.
Well, you've never wrestled, but the story here...
Do not mince hairs here. I am undefeated.
Mince hairs? The difference here...
Hair mincing.
Is the fact that tonight we're either going to see a new champion or the end of an undefeated streak. And we've already crowned new tag team champions tonight, Keith Haught and Colin Delaney. Should have had a new IWC heavyweight champion in Dalton Castle until Norm Connors stuck his nose in that type of business.
I would say we did for about 15 seconds.
We did,
30 seconds.
Stricken from the record, unfortunately. And Mike Rayne showing what he thinks about Nese.
He thinks Nese is number 1.
Something like that. And Rayne's got a brash, cocky side all his own. He's not quite as selfish as Anthony Nese, but he's coming in there with a fair degree of confidence.
To be fair, he has gone 8 months undefeated. That does raise your confidence level a bit. I can tell you, being that I'm undefeated.
Especially when that streak includes 3 ways, 4 ways, number 1 contender matches. Tough competition here. Both men ended a standoff, feeling out process. And again, these men have never crossed paths anywhere. So I don't think one really knows what to expect from the other.
Very true. I would say that there's probably slightly more tape out there of Nese than there is of Rayne.
Certainly.
So Rayne could have had a little bit of an advantage as far as research. However, I don't know that I don't know that there's enough out there to really give him enough of an edge to make it that it would be notable.
Especially with somebody like Nese. And really, you don't give Nese credit for how strong he is until you've been in the ring with him. And many opponents have told me that 500-pound deadlift, 600-pound squat, a 1,200-pound leg press from Anthony Nese. Those are on record.
I will state he has my leg press beat by like 60 pounds.
Oh, shut up.
Wow.
Nese brings in that power on a cruiserweight-sized frame so he can still move. He can still fly. Check out the agility of Nese, but Rayne was a step ahead.
And Race, nice. And Rayne, no slouch in the gym. You can tell, I don't know if there's an ounce of fat on him.
No, I think he trains a lot leaner than Nese, but certainly in great shape all his own. Corkscrew elbow. Almost Muta-esque who Nese has been in the ring with before.
Yeah, very true. And if you're gonna gain experience, you may as well gain it from one of the best in the world.
Sidestep by Rayne. Nese's momentum working against him.
Kick to the face by Rayne.
And down with a pescado. Rayne, again, it's all about using that body weight. Rayne able to slingshot himself over, use himself as an offensive weapon, and neutralize Tony Nese. Tony Nese promising earlier that he's going to take the Super Indy Championship on into Super Indy 12, be the defending champion. Certainly remains to be seen. Still a long road to plow as we approach there.
Yeah, I do not doubt that Tony Nese believes he will be champion. Tony Nese believes himself a champion, and for good reason. The confidence is there, because the talent is there, Joe.
But, again, much the same can be said about Mike Rayne. The man made for prime time in the estimations of many. Nese, however, out-quickening Rayne in that exchange, trips him up. Small to back first on the edge of the ring frame. Metal meets wood. That's the hardest, stiffest part of a wrestling ring.
And you saw a little bit of that speed that you talked about with Nese there. Rayne looking to start taking off on the ropes, and Nese, quick, just cut him off, tripped him, was out of the ring and back in.
Rayne up and over, though. Back and forth, center ring. And it's Nese who ends up on top with a backbreaker. And a near fall.
Nese knows that his advantage here lies in the power game. And I think that backbreaker sort of proved it. He'll go toe-to-toe with speed, but his strength is clearly his strength.
To say the least. And you keep Rayne horizontal. Rayne's not going to be able to stick and move, not going to be able to use that agility to his advantage. If it comes down to grappling, if Rayne stays in Nese's grasp,
contest 5 minutes.
this is going to be a Tony Nese wrestling match.
Exactly. It puts the ball in his court, to use a cliche. And not a mixed cliche like I used earlier. So.
Well, methodical dissection continues. Now working on the back. Right into the spinal area. Gets a 2 count once again. And again, just keep in mind the strength that it'll take Rayne to power out a frame as thick as Nese off of his own body.
Well, it's also worth pointing out that prior to that pin, it was several knees to the back. So what he did was put Rayne on his back and then made him use that hurt back to fight up and essentially cause a little more pain. Not necessarily more injury, but more pain, which is more distraction and more... Sorry, there's a cover. More distraction and makes it harder for Rayne to wrestle.
That's certainly true. Nese, very methodical.
Come on, Mike, get him!
Very calculated. Everything he does is for a reason. And I think sometimes Nese can serve to slip under your radar a little bit from time to time because he's so all business and no nonsense. But really, even though his name isn't mentioned among some of the top athletes in independent wrestling, he's right up there in every sense of the word.
Look at this. He's got a shoulder, he's got a leg, and he's just reclining back like Burt Reynolds on a bearskin rug.
And you can just see the contortion.
And rolled into a pin.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think Nese one gonna get a submission. But Rayne with the desperation jawbreaker opens this match up a little bit. Can Rayne build something off of it?
Rolls down the back. Look for a sunset flip, sort of.
And Nese way off the mark on that one. Rayne got the legs up and more out of the way than to connect with Nese. But either way, it gave Rayne another pivotal opportunity. A rare mistake by Tony Nese.
I will point out, I think the second rope has been a little soft tonight. Maybe not as tight as it should be.
Barrel may be possible, and it'll come down to who can adjust to those elements, who will come out as champion.
Yeah, that's true.
And Rayne building some fire.
Trying to get this match back to the style that he is used to, letting him have that quicker pace.
And Rayne got great elevation on that one-man flapjack. I don't think Nese saw that coming. Huge knee. Great combo by Rayne to connect with a shot to the temple. Nese could be dazed, but still able to survive.
Mike Rayne saying he feels he can finish it here.
Well, he's going for the Doppler effect. He's picked up the vast majority of his victories this way. Nese knows this, or if he didn't, he certainly felt it coming. And Rayne, there's some of that MMA background on Mike Rayne, those knee strikes.
A nice tie-up with the arm so that he couldn't protect the face. Got a knee or two in there and then just fell to his back and drove and in turn driving Mike Nese's face, Tony Nese's face, into Mike Rayne's knee. There's a lot of similar syllables here. I'm having a hard time. You gotta cut me some slack. Quit laughing. Quit laughing at me.
Nese sends Rayne go first.
I don't laugh at you when you make mistakes.
Not to my face, at least.
Well, hell no.
Up underneath Rayne goes Nese. Pump handle action here. Up and down. Tiger Bomb. How did Rayne kick out of that? Neck compression city.
Good Lord. I can't believe Mike Rayne kicked out of that.
I can't believe Mike Rayne's moving. Unreal.
Let's hope he remembers he's in a wrestling match, otherwise he's about to get his
And keep in mind the
bell rung.
The level of power that went behind that power bomb. And Rayne is daring Nese to give him more. Unbelievable.
And those kicks don't tickle. Oh. Just trading vicious blows.
Yeah, strikes back and forth. Rayne counters out of that super kick, one of his own. Nese responds in kind.
Oh, kid and play.
Both men meet one another. It's Nese with the back leg round kick into the release German that Rayne lands on his feet from. Super kick of his own, great back and forth. And Rayne almost had a championship victory.
And Rayne, now the match slows down a little, and that's actually a little bit of a disadvantage, not only because of his style, but now he's probably, all of a sudden that pain's probably starting to kick in, having been dropped on the back of his neck.
Well, can Nese exploit that? Rayne's been shrugging it off. He's been running on adrenaline. Jeez.
Well, when you're wrestling and catch knowledge doesn't work, just throw some punches in. Oh!
Check out that power of Rayne! Didn't see that one coming! Powerbomb done! No! And into a submission!
A variation on a Boston Crab.
Yeah, with extra torque behind it. Look at the arc on Tony Nese's entire body. Nese using that power to bridge up, coming into play. That power is what lessened the impact of that hold.
Into an STF.
And Mike Rayne is just undaunted here.
Nese gets to the ropes, has the wherewithal.
And Rayne, man, I think Rayne was banking on that being the end. Nese found a way to survive once again. Doppler effect, second attempt.
I was gonna say, if I'm Tony Nese right now, I'm looking for a shot to the nuts or possibly.
Check out the deadlift. Rayne grasped onto Nese's arm and shoulder, maybe going for a triangle choke of some sort.
Nese just threw him into the turnbuckle. Kicked him in the face.
Nese was ready for it. Too much power, too much brute force, too much intensity.
Here is your winner, and still IWC Super Indy Champion, Tony Nese.
It doesn't matter how he got it, it matters that he has it. And he just defended it tonight in a great display of why he's the champion.
Yeah, let's take nothing away from Mike Rayne. I think Mike Rayne gave Tony Nese one of the toughest fights Nese has had in his IWC tenure. But Tony Nese determined to walk into Super Indy 12 with the championship. That's a very real possibility after this.
I'd like to see these two tie it up again. How about you, Joe?
I would love to see that, and Mike Rayne deserves it. To go this long before getting your first loss against the level of competition Rayne has competed against is a big-time accomplishment in this young man's career, still in its infinite years in IWC.
Exactly.
As good as he was.
Let's give it up for Mike Rayne. Because his undefeated streak is over because of me. just like I said.
And Anthony Nese, a man of his word. The streak ended.
What the hell happened?
Did you hit the lights?
That wasn't me.
Can we go?
Oh my God! Not again! Not again!
Oh!
Not.
Who hit the? Where? Can we get the lights on?
What the hell? Chuck, I don't know what the. It was obvious who that was.
That was gory.
But why did he do it? There was no whistleblower this time.
Well, let's be honest. I don't know that Gory needs a motivation to do anything that
But he's
done.
well, yeah, but he does. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't really work here. I mean, he sends us videos, but he. I mean, he hasn't been.
But you need to look at the mindset of Gory. He saw something good and he broke it. As he states, infect the world.
Main event coming up. Here we go, a matchup we did not think we were going to see when we came here tonight. It was supposed to be Dalton Castle and John McChesney for the IWC title, but then everything got turned upside down.
Introducing team number 1, being accompanied to ringside by their executive consultant, Mr. Norm Connors. Here is the team of Jimmy Nuts, Joseph Brooks, the IWC Heavyweight Champion, Big League John McChesney, and delicious Jimmy DeMarco.
Give me a break.
Big League.
Okay, this match wasn't planned. That means Jimmy DeMarco walks around with that all the time. So, in his bag or in his car. Tell me you do too. The executive consultant to Team Big League, Norm Connors, turned this show upside down. We should have had a new IWC champion, but thanks to Norm Connors and the pressure on CJ Sensation, who's returning here as coach, senior referee, or whatever Norm said, we didn't get it. I don't know if there's more to that story, but I know there's so many layers to this story, and a long-standing conspiracy involving DeMarco McChesney, Norm Connors, the Flunkies, Bobby Fish out as well.
It's a nice tune-in.
I don't know what to say to this.
And their opponents. Being accompanied to ringside by Chuck Roberts. Here is the team representing We Are Rockstars, Jordan Lennox and Aiden Vega. The Blackman of Heavy Metal Jesus, Logan Shulo, and the Party Peacock, Dalton
Well, all four of these individuals have a huge gripe with Team Big League. Dalton Castle should be IWC champion. Logan Shulo should have gotten his hands on Jimmy DeMarco, and We Are Rockstars cheated out of a victory as well. We can get a lot of retribution for this team in one match.
I don't know who's wrestling, but I'm about to just punch them in the lips.
Well, after payback, I don't want to hear any whistling. We saw what that meant last time.
Exactly. If you want to see an uncivil war, this is it.
And there you see the scene of what is about to unfold.
Dang, that was just mean on Norm's part. Informed Dalton Castle that he is not, in fact, a real peacock.
Well, I don't think that's what it's about. It's about being yourself. It's about being confident. It's about these fans, the peacock flock.
Is that what we're calling them?
Got a better idea?
Works for me.
I was afraid what you might answer with there for a second.
This is a family show, Joe.
Never stopped you before.
Won't stop me later. Good for right now. Peacock flock works for me.
Now here's the hard part. Who's starting out this match?
Well, Dalton Castle's out. I guess we're starting with the heavy metal Jesus, Logan Shulo. Or not.
And you got to wonder where that gentleman is, that fan, I use that term loosely, who involved himself in the Shulo-DeMarco match. We thought he was watching Shulo's back. Looked like he had DeMarco's back, but is that guy a member of Team Big League? Is he a family friend? What's the relationship
I don't
there?
know. Last we saw, he was ushered out with Jimmy DeMarco. Jimmy's back. I don't know what happened to Black Dahlia.
Well, Jimmy works here. The other guy doesn't.
True.
To the best we know.
True. My point being, two men entered, one man left.
Shulo starting out with Joseph Brooks, side headlock. Talk about the mark of war in a minute. Shulo using that power. 2 championships in December. None by the end of January. What a stark contrast. Talk about riches to rags as opposed to rags to riches, man. He was on top of the world and now just fighting to prove himself all over again because DeMarco, McChesney, and Norm have this big power play.
Yeah, on top of losing titles, then consistently being messed with by Team Big League, and I guess technically Gory. Although I don't know that Gory is really part of Team Big League.
I have trouble envisioning that, and certainly I don't think Team Big League, as Dalton exploded with a dropkick, had any reason to get involved in Mike Rayne's business just a moment ago, as we saw Gory obviously do, cover up the splash for 2. So, as you mentioned, Gory may not need a reason or an allegiance other than to just ruin everybody else's hopes and dreams.
He may not need a reason. He may just be looking for opportunity.
Great reaction for the youngster, 21 years of age, youngest member on the roster, I do believe.
And a nice enziguri to the back of the head.
Continuing the War Big League battle from earlier tonight, and Brooks is out.
Joseph Brooks has been eliminated.
And here's where the survival portion comes into play, Jay, where it's now 4-on-3 in favor of Team Dalton.
And McChesney is now yelling at Brooks, "You're better than that."
And Jimmy Nuts with a very dejected look towards his partner as well. But hey, you can't blame Brooks too much. Keep in mind, a month ago, Nuts was pinned by Aiden as well.
Very true. Very, very true.
The question is Brooks gonna leave?
Is Brooks even to his feet yet? Oh, there he is.
Norm, the executive consultant. Oh, he's none too pleased. Hope he can executively consult his way out of this one. And here's a rare occurrence. Team Big League a man down. And this is a bit of just desserts and karma.
Well, I think it's worth pointing out Team Big League right now still has 5 men out here.
And then it's Jimmy Nuts upset.
2 outside.
Oh! Nice explosion, and Vale almost took out both members of the team that screwed him earlier tonight.
Double knee drop.
Comes a War double team. The splash, the cover. I almost imagine if Nuts had been eliminated, it'd be 4-on-2, but let's imagine this.
I think Jimmy DeMarco was looking to slow everything down, and We Are Rock Stars was having nothing of that.
Jordan tags back in Aiden Vale. You notice we are rock stars getting back into their comfort zone of tagging one another.
I was just going to state, you notice they're not looking to tag in Castle or Shulo.
Oh, and it comes back to Haught. DeMarco, quick roll up on Aiden. He loses his shoes. And DeMarco eliminates Aiden Vale.
And it's now
Aiden Vale has been eliminated.
And what a cheap way to do it.
And whoever's coming in for the team is facing John McChesney because Jimmy DeMarco just tagged.
That'd be Jordan Lennox who ties up with Big League.
So now the two tag teams, each down one member, Joe.
It's very true. And keep in mind, you can't forget Norm Connors, Bobby Fish at ringside. I don't see Chuck Roberts out there, but you know he's watching somewhere in the building. And it's all Lennox on top of the IWC champion. Big attempt here for Lennox to get something going. But John McChesney cuts Lennox off at the pass. Uh-oh, electric chair. McChesney.
We've seen him finish with this a lot. Oh!
Good night, Mr. Lennox. Forget about it. No chance. Too devastating.
Jordan Lennox has been eliminated.
And just in a couple of minutes, about 90 seconds really, Jay Worth.
Tides have by this contest 5 minutes.
And it's 3 on 2.
Very true. And it looks like Castle and Shulo having a meeting, regrouping a bit.
And keep in mind, Castle and Shulo are not regular tag team partners. They respect each other, but they've been opposite the ring from each other more than they've been on the same side. That cohesion is gone, but Team Big League seems still pretty solidified.
And it looks like Shulo's drawing that short straw. I was going right after Big League. You know he wants to be the one to eliminate John McChesney.
Absolutely, McChesney, the man that reaped the most benefits from screwing Shulo out of the IWC title, with Norm placing the bait, with DeMarco acting as the special referee, and Shulo having just wrestled a 20-minute matchup with Sammy Callahan. There was no chance for him to survive. All part of the master plan.
Very true. And that's what Big League does well, plan.
And Shulo's career has not recovered, and come on, Norm. Come on, Norm! Bobby Fish getting involved as Norm Connors distracts the referee. What kind of executive consultant behaves like that?
Oh, one that's in league with Team Big League. You don't ask why a snake bites, you don't ask why a scorpion stings. You don't ask why Norm decides to be duplicitous. Duplicitous means deceitful for those at home.
It's already 3 on 2. There are 5 men in the Team Big League corner. You understand that, right?
Deceitful means sneaky for the rest of you at home.
Nuts with a chin lock on Shulo. Neutralizing the power, smart maneuver.
Well, if you keep Logan Shulo down, he can't pick you up and throw you all over God's green earth. That's a sound strategy up until he gets up.
And Nuts shifts the weight in midair. Nicely done. And Castle the receiving end of an elbow.
There seems to be some sort of joke about Nuts and shifting there, but I'm letting that one slide. Wow.
Thank you for that.
Dalton Castle, slightly frustrated that he's unable to get in.
Oh, picture perfect drop kick. Well, if I'm Dalton, I would be too. If Logan gets pinned, he's down to 3 on 1 odds, and those could very well be insurmountable. 3 on 2 could be insurmountable with the way things are going now.
I wanna ask you your opinion on Dalton Castle at the top of the show, a house of fire. Just almost crazy with the amount of energy he had. Won the title briefly and then had it taken. Do you think that's killed his mental alertness, his mental alacrity at this point?
I think there was definitely a big down period for Dalton after that. Whoa! What just happened here? I think Bobby Fish fish got thrown out.
Tossing the fish back out into the sea, as it were. The trick to cheating is don't get caught, Joe.
Well, Troy Davis, credit to him for laying down the law, but I think there was definitely a time where Dalton came down from that energy, and I just seriously analyzed this situation, but hopefully that is supplemented by the anger and the rage that is built up over being screwed.
I was going to say, we're looking at a slightly different Dalton Castle than we were. Oh,
and by the way, Norm, yeah, he's out of here too.
10 minutes gone by in this contest, 10 minutes.
Norm took the long walk of shame with his head hung low.
Team Big League still has the numbers advantage.
Logan explodes with a double clothesline. And if Logan can get the tag to Dalton, I have a feeling this tempo will change. And Dalton with the axe handle.
You can tell Jimmy Nuts had the idea to cut off the tag, but he didn't have the energy or the action to do it. And thus Dalton Castle now in and working, and apparently back to the energy level he was.
Well, like I mentioned, that rage of Dalton, and now we're gonna see Logan one more time. And Team Big League reeling in a big way. And oh, look out. Nuts able to wiggle his way free from that electric chair, but couldn't a second time.
Logan up.
And that powerbomb, got him! And we're down to 2-on-2.
Jimmy Nuts has been eliminated.
And watch out for DeMarco. Revisitation of earlier tonight, but now Dalton wants a piece.
And worth noting, John McChesney not even on the apron.
Oh, what a creepy visual this is. Oh, counter! Dalton, the deadlift! German! Right on the top of the head! And DeMarco's out!
Jimmy DeMarco has been eliminated.
There goes McChesney on both men. Down to 3.
McChesney saw his opportunity. No one was looking at him. So he just got everyone's attention in a big way.
An opportunist in every sense of the word. McChesney always has been. Wait a second. Shulo catches the foot. Dalton with an extra assist. And McChesney gonna taste the powerbomb. Into the German! But couldn't get him. Now the powerbomb. A 1-2 punch. The champion's been pinned. And you give an assist to both men.
Dalton Castle and Logan Shulo.
I think both men wanted that win over the champion, so they compromised. Let's both get our digs in. Logan and Dalton both proving the champion can be beat and making up a little bit for some past wrongs earlier tonight, but a lot of dues still to be paid, especially with the IWC title in the balance.
And here come the rock stars. Jimmy Nuts just now leaving ringside.
This guy's burnt. But a big win for Team Dalton here. Logan Shulo, Aiden Bale, Jordan Lennox with McChesney prone in the center of the ring.
Norm looking concerned at his charge laying in the ring.
Even with an executive consultant, Team Big League didn't have all the power, didn't have all the answers tonight, and Dalton looking face to face with what should have been his tonight, the IWC title, after Norm Connors looks at what may be the future, whether he likes it or not. Both those men have their sights set on the IWC Championship, but which one will break through the grasp and the power hold of Team Big big league first.
Security and Norm dragging the champ out of the ring.
Hey, did you guys have fun here tonight? Well, you got exactly what you deserve, Connors and Team Big League.
You know what, Chuck? You may have won the battle tonight, but I promise you from the bottom of my heart, the war's just begun.
That's right, War's right here. Let's hear for Dalton Castle, War, Logan, Shulo. Come on. Hey, I'd say if you win Uncivil War, you get a chance to celebrate. So, boys, once you go out and celebrate with the fans, get out there, let's have fun. Let's play some music, let's go.